Considering the issue of the jam that is happening in Nigeria now, most of the youths that are having high marks, if you can consider it, they come from the urban area because they have an opportunity of having access with the electronic devices. Then we that come from the minority or from the local area, our people are continue downgrading because they don't have access to the electronic system. And it will be very, very difficult for them to secure the accurate mark being settled by the JAM. So for me, I want to use this opportunity to support him. This is an important issue that can help Nigerians. Thank you very much, Mr. If we can recall, we have different issues in Nigeria, particularly in terms of diversities. I came from the rural area at the extreme end of the country. I'm having border with the Benin Republic. Most of the affairs of my constituency, we are having more affairs with the Benin Republic than Nigerians due to our terrains. I think my honorable brother can bear me witness, Honorable Bill, he is my neighbor from Kayama. So the issue that being raised by my honorable colleague, it's an important issue. We have to look and see how can we get the way out to ensure that the electronic device has been moved to the local area in such a way that our local people will have access.
Honorable Abajide, approach the chair. Leader, please come.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In such a way that our local people will have access to an electronic device so that we can compete with other parts of the country.
You will agree with me that information technology, talking of AI, is the future. And where you have situations where in some villages today, those children are expected to participate in computer-based education examinations. Meanwhile, they do not have the infrastructure or have not been given the opportunity or the infrastructure to learn using such equipment. There is need as a sensitive, as a responsive, and equally a technology-driven country to provide information technology infrastructure to the grassroots so that a child in Abia State or a child from Damaturu can compete at par with a child in the United States of America. Why? Because the basic education with information technology or in the information technology space has been provided them. And of course, with agencies like NIDA, where are mandated or have the mandate to provide such infrastructure, they should be charged, and I'm happy with his prayers, that in every ward, though it is considering economic situations, but I believe even if we start on a zonal basis or in phases, once we can cover all our wards and make sure you have information technology training institutes at the basic levels, it will heighten the information technology of our children and put them in a competitive world space. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That the motion, it's quite germane, but I'd like to add that we amend the motion to also ask that in deploying computer to those centers, we must also deploy a mini solar power energy so that computer can operate where power is not stable. And in most of our rural communities, they have the problem of power. So I'd like to just suggest that we could do an amendment to ask for a deployment of a very minimal capacity of solar along with that deployment. Thank you.
I don't really think. So I think it's a whole package. And I saw that his prayer was also to these agencies to come on board. If they are coming on board as prayed, I can assure you that will be taken care of. Thank you very much. One from here.
They need to address the discrepancy in the JAB performance. The House note that in Nigeria government, it enjoined by the provision of the Section 18 of 99 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, ensure that there is equal and adequate education opportunity to all levels in this country. Also note that Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, is a Nigerian entrance examination board for tertiary level institutions. Further note that the board conducts entrance unified tertiary matriculation exam prospective undergraduate into Nigerian universities, and the board also charged the responsibility to administer similar exam for applicants to Nigeria public and private monothesis, polytechnics, and college of education. Aware that annual basis, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, conduct exams for students across the country, which serve as precondition requirement to access higher education system in Nigeria, and candidates must have obtained a certain mark to be satisfied to have passed exam. Also aware the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Exam Board have the grade between 0 to 400 as a grade for any candidate to gain admission into university or any other institution. Further aware that since establishment of JAMB in 1977, students write JAMB examination using paper and pencil model, but in 2015, the full-fledged of using JAMB CBT computer-based test to write exam was manifested. Worries that it has become instantly apparent that the current computer-based test, CBT, mode is creating a significant disadvantage for all the candidates from less privileged background with a special interest in those in rural area. Also worried that about 75% or more of Nigeria's secondary schools, especially those in rural area, lack computer laboratories. This put the candidates from these schools at a severe disadvantage as they are often not exposed to computer usage before the JAMB examination. Disturbed that the majority of the candidates from the villages experience a computer for the first time in life, face daunting challenges ranging from the inability to acclimatize themselves with the gadget and other operation of the computer, leading to the massive failure of this particular from the rural setting for the reason that they were not computer literate. Also disturbed that the unfair silence that they result in favor of the candidate from more privileged background, which have had better exposure to computer system. Concerned that this disparity is more evidence in admission process as a student from wealthy homes who attended well-equipped private schools tend to perform better and secure admission into professional courses like medicine, law, nursing, engineering, and many other courses. Concerned that this situation raises puzzle about the quality of education in Nigeria, which is clearly that the issue is not about intelligence, but about the access to resources and infrastructure. Also concerned that the imperative that we uphold the principle of fairness and equity in education, ensure that every Nigerian child has an equal opportunity to succeed, regardless of its background. Further concerned that the pressing issue required our soft action to address this, reducing drastically the rate of the student failure in JAMB examination in Nigeria. Resolved, mandate the Committee of Information Technology and the Communication to direct the Federal Minister of Communication, Innovation, and Digital Economy to ensure establishment of Information Communication Technology ICT Center for basic training of pupils in one secondary school in each of the electoral wards in Nigeria. To mandate the House Committee on Education and Universal Basic Education, UBEC, to mandate the House Committee on Education, Universal Basic, to direct the Minister of Education to provide computers for one secondary school in each of the electoral wards. Mandate the Committee on Appropriation to liaise with the above-mentioned ministry to make sure there is a budgetary provision in this 2024 supplementary appropriation bill, as well as 2025 appropriation bill, to cater for the training of the centers of the computer. Mandate the Committee on Education, Technology, Information, Communication, Appropriation, Legislative Compliance to ensure implementation of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I hereby
said the competition elements of our children across the various geographical zones of our country has been voted on, and positively so. So it is referred to Committee on Information Technology and Communication. It is also referred to Committee on Education and Universal Basic Education and Committee on Appropriation, as prayed.